All right, I just got a package in, so big shout out to Diego from Classical Technology. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up.
So the winner of the RTX 3080 giveaway, like I announced before, was Mike from Texas, and he just received this GPU. He sent me a really cool video and some pictures, so let's see how it ended up and let's see his reaction. Hey guys, Thiago with Classical Technology here. Thank you again for joining me. Remember to subscribe for more content like this. Smash that like button. So if you guys remember, a few weeks ago, I did an RTX 3080 giveaway. Now, this was, I thought, pretty cool because the RTX 3080 is really difficult to get. And this particular one, of course, I bought it with my own money. Nobody gave it to me. So I thought it'd be a pretty cool idea to actually give an RTX 3080 away. And since I already have a Founders Edition 3080, I thought it'd be a pretty great idea to give away this PNY RTX 3080 that I had as well. Not only does it make for some great content for people to see, but also I could give back to the community. Everybody's been so great over the last few months. I've had a lot of great, very positive growth. You guys have been following me as my channel has been growing, so I really appreciate that. That's why I really wanted to thank all of my viewers, my subscribers, everybody who comments. I see you guys all the time. You always leave comments and you smash that like button. That certainly makes a lot of difference, makes me very happy, and it keeps me motivated to keep making these videos. I really do enjoy making each and every video, everything from all of the facts and information, all of the builds, even doing the camera work and making sure the lighting is good. Everything is actually like a lot of fun, so I'm glad you guys are enjoying it as well, and that's why I wanted to give back to the community, and I did the giveaway, and Mike was nice enough to send me some pictures, some videos like you saw, so that's really awesome.
All right, I just got a package in, so big shout out to Diego from Classical Technology. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up and see what we got here. This is the PNY. I am super excited. So excited I don't know how to open the box. Woohoo! This is heavier than I imagined. Pull this bad boy out and get a look at it. Close this up behind it. Maybe. It's hard to do this one-handed. There we go. Look at this. This monstrosity is going to fit in here, and I cannot wait. So, we'll see.
And I think this giveaway actually ended up being really cool because it went to a really nice guy that actually could use a GPU like this. In fact, the story is actually pretty interesting. He had a loaner 570 AMD GPU in there that his friend let him borrow. So this is like one of the best case scenarios that you can have. He had the PC already. He had a probably what you would consider a very underpowered GPU compared to the 3080, and it wasn't even his. It was on loan.
All right, it's in and ready to go. Took just a moment to figure it out. One thing I've learned, I need a bigger case, but of course there's a huge shout out for Diego from Classical Technology for sending this GeForce RTX 3080, of course. It's in my system. I'm currently running everyone's favorite Baldur's Gate at max settings. And another shout out to my buddy JD who loaned me his RX 570 until I could finish my pilgrimage to actually get a 3080. So it's looking beautiful. Now I gotta look into the endless stream of upgrades I need to have of just new case. Now I want RGB and everything. So awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
So that's really awesome that he was able to actually get that 3080. It's going to make a huge difference. Like you said, he's already playing Baldur's Gate at max settings. And trust me, Mike, you'll be able to play a lot more than that with maxed out settings. This is an absolute monster GPU. And of course, it's funny that you said the thing about upgrades, because that's very, very true. Especially me, anytime I get a component in my system, I start thinking of all the different upgrades that I can do with the CPU, with the case, with the motherboard. That's part of being an enthusiast enthusiast. And just having said that, it shows that Mike is a real PC gamer and a real enthusiast. And that's why it makes me even happier that it went to him. That way, you know, it's a lot of work doing a giveaway like this, doing all of the rules, actually making the video, and then of course actually paying for the GPU, mailing it out. So I just wanted you guys to see sort of from the beginning, from the announcement, all of the giveaway sort of videos that we did, and now actually seeing Mike receive the GPU, being very happy with it. That certainly completes the circle. That makes me very, very happy. And I'm very glad that it went to somebody who's actually going to use it. The community has been great. I always read, there are so many positive comments from you guys, from all of the different videos that I do. So I'm very, very glad from the heart that I was able to give back one of these GPUs to one of you guys. And of course, I know Mike is going to be very happy with it. It's a monster GPU. And not only to mention that it's really impossible to get, so he probably had a much better chance of getting it from me than he would have from Nvidia or something like that if you guys have been following my videos. Now I'm also going to show you the system that I'm actually using that I took that GPU out of. It's actually right behind me here. Now I have an RTX 3080 Founders Edition in there. I used to have the PNY in there as well. Not as big of a performance difference. They're very, very similar. Just aesthetically, the Founders Edition has that cool pass-through cooler. You have the fan on the bottom and then one on the top, so it's a little bit different design. But they both actually, I found, perform pretty similarly well. And also what I have in the system, I'm going to take you some of just the component choices and things like that. This is going to be the Be Quiet Dark Base 700 case. I love these cases. They're ultra high quality, and of course, like the name says, Be Quiet, they're fairly silent as well. They usually come with some of Be Quiet's fans. These are known to push a lot of air while having very nice audible performance, so that means you can ramp up the RPMs a little bit more than the typical fan, therefore getting better performance and keeping the noise considerably lower as well. Now, this system does have a 10900K. I use it to test different games and things of that nature. At least for now, the 10900K is the Gaming King CPU. Of course, AMD's Zen 3 Ryzen is most likely going to change all that. The 5900X and the 5950X look absolutely unbelievable. So I look forward to slapping that in the system as well. And we're going to see if it's going to beat the 10900K in gaming. And of course, this is paired with an Asus Z490 Apex motherboard. You'll notice something very unique about this motherboard. It actually only has 2 RAM slots. Generally, motherboards like this, Z490, like a full-size ATX motherboard, will have 4. The reason it only has 2, that's because with only 2 slots, overclocking your RAM is going to be a lot more consistent, a lot more reliable. You'll be able to get a lot better speeds. This motherboard is basically tuned and meant for overclocking. Now, you will notice that there is something else that kind of looks like a RAM slot, but this is actually what they call a DIMM.2 slot. It's an M.2 little expansion card. You can actually fit 2 M.2 drives on there. That way you can fit one on the motherboard itself, but if you want to change out an M.2 drive, you don't have to take apart your GPU and your whole system just to reach it. You can simply pull out the M.2 drive like you would with RAM, and it also has built-in heat sinks if you want to utilize those as well, keeping those M.2 drives a lot cooler. And of course, we also have the Corsair Elite Capellix 150i CPU cooler. Actually, when I made the announcement for the giveaway for the RTX 3080, it was coupled together with a video review of this cooler. So if you're interested in that, check out one of my videos that were fairly recent. You can check that out if you're interested in this cooler. Overall, performs really, really well. I'm getting great temperatures on an overclocked 10900K. Not to mention that the RGB and the Capellix, especially on the CPU cooler, do look tremendously good. They look pretty awesome. If you guys have been following the channel, you'll know that I love doing water-cooled builds, custom open loops. The reason I didn't do it for this one's almost like my test bench where I do a lot of tests. So a lot of times I will be removing hardware. Like before, I had a Be Quiet Pure Loop 360 millimeter liquid cooler in here. I've had a Darkrock Pro 4 air cooler. I like to switch things around so that I can test thermals and performance. That's why I haven't water cooled this, because even though I love water cooling, certainly to take the system apart is considerably more work when you have a custom loop setup, especially if you do hard tubing. And the same goes for the GPU. Like I had that PNY giveaway GPU in here before. I've had the Founders Edition in here now. I've had other GPUs. It's a lot easier when it's air cooled and just stock to take it out. I'll leave leave sort of the water cooling for my systems, like the K-Slabs build that I have. That one I try not to upgrade nearly as much, even though the 5950X will replace the 3950X pretty soon there. And coming up now in November, I'm going to do a really awesome Cyberpunk 2077 themed build in that K-Slabs case. It's going to have an RTX 3090. It's going to be absolutely insane. 5950X around the theme of Cyberpunk 2077. So certainly be on the lookout for that. It's going to be absolutely awesome. And it's going to put even a system like this that's pretty incredible to shame, I think, both aesthetically as well as in the performance numbers. But overall, this system here is definitely pretty awesome. And even with that CPU cooler, it does put out a significant amount of heat. Even in the room here, let's say if I'm editing a video or playing a game, it certainly will up the temperature in the room if like there are no windows open or anything like that. The 10900K and the RTX 3080, they certainly pull a lot of power, and that means a lot of heat also has to get dissipated in the room. That's just one of the little bit of like a drawback of having a high powered system. It's that they're shooting all that warm air into the room, and I guess there's not too much you can do about that if you want to have these high-powered components. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed Mike's reaction. Really enjoyed that GPU. I'm very glad you got it. Very glad that it went to a good home. Remember to subscribe if you like content like this. Smash that thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on the next video.